What's up everyone? Today I'm going to teach you the secret to the Webster to pistol squat. So that was kind of a lie. There is no actual secret to the Webster to pistol squat, but it does take a certain amount of timing, not only on the move, but also knowing when to try it and knowing your limits. This is not a tutorial, to be clear. This is just the history behind it and the steps I took to learn how to do this move. Okay, let's move on to why and what is the point of this move. To be straightforward with you, I just thought this move was really cool, and it was one of my personal goals, and I reached that goal. To me, it's really fun to do flips, and it's my favorite side hobby. So adding this to my little collection of flips that I know kind of gave excitement to my post-workouts, because after every workout I do flips. And sometimes I was getting bored of just doing regular back flips, regular front flips. So I kind of added some spice to it, and it was definitely worth it for me. The idea actually came from a guy named Tanner Witt, and I saw him do it on a beach on the sand, like effortlessly. So that kind of gave me the confidence of being like, okay, I can do Webster's, I can do it easy like him too, but it actually took me so long to figure out. So that's why I'm here to kind of explain what helped me land this move. Okay, so on to the next thing, pistol squats. Obviously the move requires you to land on one leg into a pistol squat. So what I did was I made sure that I could do at least 10 to 20 strict pistol squats. So strict is going as slow as I can down and exploding up. 10 to 20 times, knowing that I'm confident in that, and then finally jumping into them and having a good base without staggering and falling over and having imbalance to do my strict pistol squat. I made sure I had those two, and I did that for many reps. A good thing to keep in mind if you do want to try this is to not skip your steps. It is at your own risk. I am just explaining how I did it. Again, I have many years of mobility training and experience with tricking and calisthenics, so make sure you please be careful. Now let's move on to the Webster. A Webster is basically a one-footed front flip, and that requires me to jump on my left foot from my right foot, extending my right leg to kick back, then tuck by grabbing my left leg and landing on both feet. When I first started doing these, I was pretty frustrated because I either kept landing straight on my butt or I kept slamming my leg, as you can see in this video. And a fun fact is that after I landed it the first time, I couldn't land it for months, and it made me so mad. So that gave me kind of time to research and kind of experiment with my body to figure out how to master this move or how to land it again. If you do want to try this, make sure you have a good Webster. I've been doing Websters for years, and I know what my body can take, and I can feel the different impacts when I land, depending on where or how I place my feet. So keep that in mind. Make sure you master the Webster first and master your pistol squats. So let's talk about the combination of both moves. To me, the Webster to pistol squat means landing on the same leg you kicked off from. So in this case, it'll be my left leg, because I kick to get height with my right leg, and then I land on the same leg I kicked off from. Let's move on to the key pointers that helped me figure out how to master it. And the first one is the setup with the Webster. When I first started doing them, I was doing my Websters like how I would do my regular Websters. And Websters are really explosive, they're really fast. And to stop that with one foot and land and squat is so hard, let alone the leg you're using to kick off from. So what I did was, instead of really focusing on the explosiveness, I slightly directed some of that to my height. So I would jump more vertical, and then I would use that time, since getting more height gives you more time to kind of figure out where you are, and to figure out the timing on how to land on that certain foot. The drills I figured out myself was to kind of do a slow and sloppy Webster, but making sure that I land in a great pistol squat position. Okay, on to the second key pointer. The second key pointer is knowing that exact foot placement. What I mean by that is I didn't have my foot completely out, completely forward, or completely inward. I had a slight turn inward with my inside ankle bone high, and every time I landed, I imagined landing on the outer blades of my foot. Not to the point where I'm completely rolling my ankle, because it might sound confusing, but I'm barely making these tweaks, and that's what helped me land this trick more consistently. On to the final key pointer. So last key pointer is basically directed to the transition from the flip to the pistol squat and what to do when your body's in the air and when your body's fully in motion. So as you kick yourself up from the Webster to when you're in midair, I'm already thinking about grabbing my own leg as tight as I can to my body and switching to that pistol squat position. What happens is when I land, again, I'm making sure that I have a slight inward foot placement, but this time I'm thinking about shifting my body to my left column, which is my bent knee side, while almost overextending my other leg, grabbing it and pulling on it to counterbalance myself. Bonus pointer is your mindset, and this goes with literally everything and anything, whether it's your first muscle up, your first flip, or a PR at the gym. It all reroutes to your mindset. You need to do as much research as you can before you start trying these things. Well, that's recommended unless you want to kind of hurt yourself. But if you're not confident enough, maybe that's a sign for you to study more, or that's giving you a sign for a few steps you don't know that's giving you a block on your progress. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Personally, I'd rather have all the tips and figure out all I can learn and eventually learn the skill over time, rather than looking at something and having my ego get in the way, trying it that same day and hurting myself to the point where I can't even try it ever again. That's another thing, is to stay consistent and take your time when you're learning these, especially this move. If you feel any type of pain or any minor injury, immediately rest and recover until you're okay to train again. Don't go past your limits, don't try to hurt yourself, and if you do try it again, try it on softer padding. Wear a knee brace. This is a very dangerous move, and it's a pretty advanced skill. Be patient with it, take your time, stay consistent, and please be careful. That is it for the rest of the video. I will be releasing more ebooks specifically on pistol squats and dragon squats for free. If you didn't get my free mobility program, go ahead and grab yours down below. Thank you for all the people that donated. I appreciate it so much. I will do something special for you guys in the future. Also, stay tuned for my calisthenics programs. They're gonna be huge. I'm working with Coach Eugene Teo on his Gambru app, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be amazing, and I feel like it'll help a lot of people. But thank you all for watching, like and subscribe, and peace.